Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So a bit of a different video from me today. Rather than me sharing you all my knowledge and kind of like telling you this is how you need to do something, on this particular one you're going to come along with the learning journey with me, and whether it goes good or bad, we're going to go through it together. But we are going to try and smoke our home cured bacon. I've never tried smoking my own bacon, so I'll give it a go, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So this is the belly pork as it sits in the moment. So what I've done to this point is that I cut it down. So I did that for two reasons. Firstly, I didn't think I wanted bacon, kind of like a slab of bacon this big, and secondly, I was going to cure it in a backsealed bag, and I've only got a certain kind of like width of bag. That kind of limited me in terms of what size I want, so it kind of made sense to do it like this. So what I did is I weighed it, and I used a 5% to weight ratio of curing salt. So I completely covered the meat in that curing salt, back sealed it, and it's been sat in the fridge curing for 10 days. And during that 10 days I've constantly carried on flipping it to make sure it just gets that even coat and whatever. I don't know, I just feel like I needed to flip it, so I've been flipping it. You know, let me know in the comments down below whether or not that's right or not. I don't know, but I don't know, something in me just tells me I should flip it, so I did. Then I've got them out this morning, and I've just rinsed all the salt that was on the surface. I've got all that excess salt off, and then basically come out onto the chopping board. The only thing I'm going to do now is put a couple of meat hooks in it. So I've got a variety of hooks, just went on Amazon. Let's see if I can punch a hole. Oh, there you go. Okay, and that's it. So that's how I'm going to hang it. I think just one hook is sufficient. I'm going to do that again. Now I just noticed it was a little bit hard to get that one through, so I've taken my knife and I've just made the smallest indentation through there, and that just allowed that hook to pass through really easily. So there you go. So that's the bacon. Well, that's the belly pork all hung ready to go. So I'm going to put that to one side. So this is the next part. So I went on Amazon, looked at cold smoking kits, and kind of like this one seemed pretty popular. I've never purchased anything from Pro smokers before, or ProQ smokers before, but you know, I kind of thought it looked pretty good. So you're opening this for the first time with me. Let's have a look to see what we actually get. Open it. Oh, there you go. Right, okay, so what do we get? Okay, so you get this, and it's a smoking guide at home, and very quickly looking at the chapters, it basically tells you a bit of history, tells you what smoked food is and what a smoker is, tells you different types of smoking, tells you about the process. So we're not going to look at that, so I'm going to put that to one side. Right, oh, okay. So this is the actual smoking tray itself, or the cold smoke generator. I have to say it's smaller than I was expecting. I will leave a link to this kit in the description down below, so you can check it out for yourself. But I must admit, I was expecting this to be a bit bigger. But let's have a look at this. So obviously the principle of this is quite straightforward. We're going to fill this up with sawdust, and then you get a little tea light. The tea light, I assume, goes in there, and then the sawdust will slowly burn and release all that smoke into the master built, and that basically will smoke our bacon. Okay, so we've got that and that. Put that to one side quickly. And then here we've got two bags of dust. So we've got the oak, and then we've got beech. And on the front it says beech, so a good all-rounder, works well with most meats, poultry, game, and fish and vegetables. So this is like a lighter smoke. And then you've got oak. There you go, and this is traditionally used for bacon, so this is the one that we're going to use. But you can also use it for salmon and cheese. Okay, so we're going to use that one. So my game plan for this is to basically smoke this all day, smoke it as long as possible. So it's now about 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to keep it going until I've got a really nice colour on it. So I'm thinking don't know, 12 plus hours, maybe even as much as like 18 hours. So I'm just going to smoke this for, and it's going to require me to check on this to make sure that it hasn't burnt all the sawdust and that I don't need to refill it. If I do need to refill it, then it's exactly what I will do. So let's open this up.
2 hours later.
So first observation is that it would be quite nice if this came in some sort of container that was a bit easier to pour in. Also, if it was resealable, that would be handy as well, because I mean, I doubt I'm going to use all this sawdust in one go. I had a plan that I was going to pour it in all nice and neat, but I don't think that's going to happen, so I'm just going to dump it in and then try and smooth it out later. So as you can see, I've tried to keep it just below this kind of frame level. I've tried not to pack it down too much as well. I've tried to keep it reasonably light, but that's what it looks like before it goes in the smoker. So that's it, we are good to go in terms of putting this in the smoker. So that's exactly what I'm going to do next. So you can see I put my smoke generator down the bottom, and I'm going to hang the meat just directly above it so that the smoke comes straight off of the generator, and the first thing it hits is that meat. I can't go any higher, so hopefully there's enough. But the other thing I'm going to do is this vent I'm going to shut pretty much right down. Now this is obviously something to do with heat control in terms of the actual, if you're doing this as a smoker. Because this is a coal smoke, we're not worried about heat or anything like that. All I'm trying to do is just capture or keep that smoke in there as long as possible. So allow it to escape, but actually shut it down to keep as much in there as long as possible. So then with the bacon, go hang one here like that. And hang the other one like that. So I'm trying to give them a bit of room so they don't bang into each other. But that smoke should come straight up and hit this bacon. So I'm going to light the candle, or tea light, I'll probably get corrected. And then I'm going to put this under like so. Okay, you can see now I've put the oak sawdust in, and I'm going to start a timer to see exactly how long this actually takes to burn all the way through. But I think that's cool now, so I'm going to move this candle back out. Do it quite carefully. See, that's nicely lit, so I'm going to shut the door now and let that smoke away. So good morning, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm actually going on holiday today, but just recording this bit of video for you guys. So this has now been on for 17 hours. So I refilled the smoke tray last night about 10 o'clock before I went to bed. It hadn't all completed, and at that point it had been burning for 10 hours, so it's quite good. The other thing is the cabinet seems to be full of smoke, but it's very, very light smoke. That's kind of like the only observation. I'm also used to be quite heavy smoke, and quite a lot of it, but obviously because this is a cold smoke, it seems to be the smoke's a lot lighter, but the cabinet will be completely full, but it just seems to be obviously that lot lighter in terms of the density of the smoke, I guess. So let's pull this out now, have a look at the bacon. So the only additional thing that I did is that I actually put some more hooks in. Where I just had one hook in the middle, like the meat was dragging, like starting to slope down, and I was a bit worried that it wouldn't like hold up, it would fall. But if you look at that, now in the comments, can you guys tell me whether or not that looks good? I have no idea. Like I said, I've never done bacon before. That's currently what it's looking like. This bit here looks a bit paler than this up here, and that's for the smoke tray, you can see. So this one's been burning for 7 hours, and that's how much is left. Right, let's get this out. Okay, so as you can see, I've got these out. I've taken the hooks out. The colour looks pretty good, I think. When I'm trying to think about what bacon from the supermarket looks like, I think the colour looks quite similar to that. I don't know if I was expecting like a slightly darker colour because of all the smoke and because of what obviously I'm used to doing on the offset, but I think colour wise it looks pretty good. Just kind of like the surface, everything feels really dried out. almost like, you know, cured, I guess. So it does look pretty nice. So I'm going to back seal this one because I'm actually going to do something completely different with this later on another video. And this one I'm going to try to slice up into like slicing with my dowel strong. How well that's going to go, I have no idea. Obviously hand cutting's, you know, come like a bit harder. Also having the meat slicer is a lot better. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Now that was a mission. So I did most of my work with my dowel strong. Again, I'll leave a link to that down in the description. And then I used just kind of like a meat boning knife. And that was to get for the rind. The rind was really difficult to get through. I mean, I think if I was doing this all the time, I would definitely invest in a meat slicer, or if I had somebody I knew that had one, I'd borrow it. But the actual bacon itself seemed to come out really nice. I cut the belly pork in half again, just because I was having really long strips, and I thought, well, realistically you're not going to put that in a sandwich or anything like that. So, and also by cutting it in half just actually made it a lot easier to work on. But as you can see there, the colour on the bacon, how the fat is, I think that looks really good. So I'm going to vac seal all of this up. Right, I'm back from holiday, and I must admit I got into a little bit of trouble by recording the video on the day we was meant to be going away. But you know, she still loves me, so it's all good. So I backpacked some rest of that bacon, put it in the freezer, and I've got it out because I want to cook it and see what it's like. So I've just got my burner here, got my cast iron pan, and I've got my bacon as well. And as you can see, vac sealed really nice, colour's really good on it still, so I'm hopeful this is going to cook up really nice. So now look, that come out really nice, it's frozen really nicely. Yeah, it smells good. Right, let's get some oil in this pan. And really I just want to cook it up, see if it browns and caramelizes all nicely as I want with bacon, and come out and see what it tastes like. I'm a little bit concerned about this rind because I haven't got a meat slicer. It's going to be a bit thick, you know, or you know, this may be a bit thicker than perhaps what you would normally do. I definitely think if I did this all the time, I would 100% have to buy a meat slicer. But for a first attempt, I think just hand cutting it is absolutely fine. Now that sizzle is what it's all about. Right, this is now done, so I'm going to switch it off and let's have a taste. Now I've gone for crispy because it's my favourite way to eat bacon. If you don't want it as crispy, don't cook it as long as this. But I really am excited about giving this a go. So let's try a bit. Now that has got a beautiful flavour. I have to say, you can taste all the smoke in there, you can see it taste come up where the cure's like gone into the actual meat itself. That is incredible. For my first time of cooking bacon, I'm really pleased with that. Thanks to my friends at Smoky 8 Barbecue for giving me this Yeti. Love it. Right, so that's it. I mean, I would call this a bit of a success. It's the first time I've made bacon at home, and as I've been saying throughout the whole process, it's very much a learning as I go, just finding out what works and what doesn't work for me. And the bacon itself has come out really, really nice, so I'm really quite pleased that it's come out so nice, and it's definitely something I'm going to do again in the future. And if you're watching this video and you do your own smoking and you kind of think, well, why do you do that? Well, that's wrong, or if I was him I would have done this. Please leave those thoughts in the comments down below, because I would like to learn. And if you think there's something that I could do that would really benefit me, or you know, make better bacon, please let me know. While you're there, also hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps the channel out. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. So until the next video, go and check out this one when I show you 8 pro tips on how to cook the perfect beef short ribs. There's loads of great tips and little helpful tricks that can really help you get some amazing barbecue, so go and check that one out. And until the next video, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then.